The legacy of Captain America has always been more than just a superhero story. From Steve Rogers' first steps as the super soldier to his iconic battles in World War II, and his ultimate decision to pass the shield to Sam Wilson, the mantle of Captain America carries a heavy weight. Captain America: Brave New World marks a new chapter in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, with Sam Wilson stepping into the role officially. But what myths are circulating about this movie, and what are the facts? First, let's talk about the biggest myth. Some fans believe Sam Wilson's Captain America will completely diverge from Steve Rogers' legacy, turning into a completely different hero. In reality, Marvel Studios has confirmed that Sam's journey respects the ideals Steve fought for, while also exploring his unique perspective as a Black Captain America. This means the film isn't just about passing a shield. It's about exploring themes of identity, legacy, and responsibility in a modern world. Another rumor that's been making rounds is the involvement of the Thunderbolts. Many fans speculate that characters like Red Hulk or Baron Zemo will play major roles, turning this movie into a full-team ensemble rather than focusing solely on Sam Wilson. While it's true that some supporting characters will appear, sources indicate the main story remains centered on Sam, his personal struggles, and his journey to embrace the responsibilities of Captain America. This is not a full-team film. It's a character-driven story set within the larger MCU timeline. The title itself, Brave New World, has sparked endless speculation. Some think it signals a dystopian storyline or an entirely new villain that will challenge Sam's ideals. The truth is likely more symbolic. It represents Sam stepping into a new era, facing modern threats, and redefining what it means to be Captain America in a world that has changed drastically since Steve Rogers' time. The film is set to explore not just action sequences, but the moral and ethical dilemmas that come with leadership and legacy. Another important point is the myth that this movie will reveal a complete multiverse tie-in with the upcoming Avengers films. While Marvel has built a multiverse framework in recent movies, Brave New World is expected to remain grounded. Any multiverse elements are likely to be subtle references or Easter eggs, rather than central plot points. The focus remains on Sam, his allies, and the challenges he faces as the new Captain America. The legacy of Captain America has always been tied to societal values, heroism, and moral responsibility. In Brave New World, this is emphasized through Sam Wilson's perspective, which includes addressing modern issues while staying true to the core ideals that Steve Rogers embodied. Fans often mythologize these films as just action-packed superhero spectacles, but the truth is, they carry deep emotional and cultural resonance, which this film seems poised to highlight. Finally, the question of villains is always central to Captain America movies. Many have speculated about the return of classic foes, secret Hydra elements, or entirely new threats. While the details are being kept under wraps, it's clear the film will explore conflicts that test Sam Wilson's values, courage, and ability to unite allies in a modern context. This sets the stage for an MCU story that balances action, character development, and social relevance. As the story unfolds, fans have been speculating about the villains and major conflicts in Captain America: Brave New World. One of the biggest myths circulating is that the Red Hulk will appear as the main antagonist. While there have been rumors of Red Hulk being introduced, sources indicate that any appearance will likely be limited, serving more as a nod to comic fans rather than dominating the story. The primary conflict will revolve around Sam Wilson grappling with threats that challenge not just his strength, but his ideals and leadership abilities. Another widespread myth concerns the Thunderbolts. Fans have created elaborate theories that this film will introduce multiple members of the team, turning it into a prelude for a major ensemble plot. The truth, however, is more nuanced. While the Thunderbolts may appear in supporting roles, the narrative is focused on Sam's personal journey, his responsibility as the new Captain America, and his struggle to balance legacy, morality, and the expectations placed upon him. This distinction is important because it ensures that the movie remains character-driven rather than being overshadowed by multiple side stories. The title, Brave New World, has also fueled a lot of speculation. Many believe it hints at a dystopian twist or a dramatic societal collapse within the MCU. While the phrase evokes the idea of change and new challenges, Marvel has suggested that it symbolizes Sam Wilson's entry into a modern world as Captain America. The film explores the idea that heroism today is different from the past, requiring more nuanced understanding, empathy, and leadership in a world that has evolved since Steve Rogers' time. Some fans also expect major multiverse connections, assuming this film will directly tie into Avengers, Secret Wars, or Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. While Marvel has woven the multiverse into many storylines, insiders confirm that Brave New World will largely remain grounded. References to the multiverse, if any, are subtle Easter eggs or visual hints that reward attentive viewers, but the core story centers on Sam, his allies, and the moral dilemmas he faces as a new hero in a modern age. A particularly interesting rumor involves Sam Wilson confronting societal prejudices and expectations. Many fans wonder if the film will explicitly address race, identity, or systemic issues. From what's been revealed, this is not just a side subplot. It is a central theme of the movie. Sam's journey is about proving himself not only as a hero but also as a figure who represents ideals of justice and equality in a complex world. This grounds the film in reality while keeping the superhero spectacle thrilling and relatable. Finally, post-credit speculations have been rampant. Some fans hope for cameos from Steve Rogers or hints at future Avengers conflicts. While the details are kept secret, Marvel often uses post-credit scenes to tease upcoming narratives without overshadowing the main plot. Viewers can expect subtle setups for future MCU stories, but the focus remains on Sam Wilson's challenges, his growth, and how he redefines what it means to wear the shield. As we reach the climax of Captain America, Brave New World, the focus is on Sam Wilson fully embracing the mantle of Captain America. One common myth is that this film will completely separate him from Steve Rogers' legacy. In reality, Sam's journey is deeply tied to Steve's ideals: justice, courage, and selflessness. But it also shows how those ideals must evolve in a modern world. Sam's story demonstrates that heroism isn't static. It adapts to societal changes, personal identity, and new challenges, making him both a continuation and a redefinition of Captain America. Another myth involves the villainous elements of the film. Fans have speculated that the Red Hulk or other major threats will dominate the story. While there may be brief appearances or hints of powerful enemies, the truth is the real challenge is Sam's internal and moral struggle. This film is as much about psychological resilience and leadership as it is about action sequences. The external threats serve to amplify Sam's journey, highlighting his courage, strategic thinking, and capacity for empathy. Comic book fans have also speculated about Easter eggs, with many myths circulating about potential references to Marvel's Thunderbolts or the larger multiverse. While subtle hints may exist, the confirmed details indicate that the film primarily focuses on character-driven storytelling. The Easter eggs reward observant fans but do not overshadow Sam's personal journey or the narrative's emotional depth. A particularly interesting detail comes from Sam's interactions with allies and supporting characters. Some myths suggested that he would act entirely alone, struggling without guidance. The truth, however, is that teamwork remains a vital component of the story. Sam's relationships with close allies provide both emotional grounding and strategic support, emphasizing that leadership is not just about individual heroism but also about collaboration and trust. The post-credit scenes are another topic of intense speculation. Many fans theorize that these scenes will introduce major MCU crossover events. While there may be subtle teases toward future Avengers projects or multiverse elements, the main narrative focus is on Sam's completion of his personal arc and how he establishes himself as the rightful bearer of the shield. These scenes serve as narrative bridges, setting up possibilities without detracting from the film's core story. Finally, the ultimate truth behind Brave New World is that it blends action, heroism, and cultural relevance. The film debunks myths about the Captain America mantle being a fixed or unchangeable legacy. Instead, it presents a thoughtful and modern interpretation of heroism, showing that courage, integrity, and moral responsibility can take new forms in a changing world. Sam Wilson's journey demonstrates that the shield is more than a weapon. It is a symbol of hope, perseverance, and evolving ideals. By the time the credits roll, audiences are left with a clear understanding of what it means to be Captain America today. A hero grounded in legacy, but capable of redefining that legacy for a new generation. This is the heart of the film, the truth behind the myths, and the reason why Captain America: Brave New World is poised to resonate deeply with fans across the Marvel Cinematic Universe.